Hello, everyone. Good day. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Rebecca, and I work with Stephen Akintayo Consulting. And so today I'm going to be your host. I can see that we have some people who have actually joined us, but still we need more people to join us. And so we need to give 5 to 10 minutes to wait for them to join us. But before they join us, please, I would like for you guys to welcome yourself to BOM Business Opportunity Masterclass Day 4. And I'm excited to be here, and I'm also excited to have you guys here. So please let me know through the chat section your name, where you're joining us from, your expectations for today's webinar. So please let's keep it going. My name is Rebecca. I work as a software developer at Stephen Akintayo Consulting, and I want to meet you. So please, let's make use of the chat section. Please, can you all hear me? I hope you can hear me. Please, you can hear me. All right, thank you. I guess I can see that you can all hear me. So please, I want to see where you're from. Adeyemi, Gerald, King J, Oluwadamilola, Patience. Please, I want to know where you're from. Okay, I can see someone from Lagos, Joshua. All right, please, let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Adeyemi, we're waiting for you. Gerald, King J, Oluwadamilola, Patience. Please, would like to meet you all. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Patience from Kaduna. So great to have you here. I'm excited. And I hope you're also willing to learn more. I hope you already have your expectations for today's webinar. Okay, I can see Kehinde from Ogun State. Wow, that's good. Thank you for joining us here. Please, we're waiting for more people. Masterclass. Please, we're waiting for you all. Keep it rolling. We're also waiting for more people. So please, let's give them 5 to 10 minutes to join the meeting. Yeah, if you're excited, let me see your best emoji in the chat section, please. Adeyemi, Gabriel, Gerald, King J. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Oladayo. I'm excited too. Thank you. I'm still waiting for your expectations. You know, when you come into a class, you're expecting to learn something, and it's very wrong for you to come into a class without any expectation what you're willing to learn. So please let me see your expectations, what you want to learn from the class, the value you want to get. So please, we're sorry, we have to wait for some people while we start. In the meanwhile, oh yes, I'm happy, I'm excited. You're also super excited. I am super excited, extremely excited that you got to join us. Thank you, Adeyemi, for that. I'm excited to have you here. So I am very sure that some people were not able to join us on the first day, the second day, and the third day, because today is the fourth day of the Business Opportunity Masterclass. And so I would like to do a little bit of a reiteration while we actually wait for others to join us on board. So for the Business Opportunity Masterclass, for the first day, we actually spoke about Forex trading. And if you were here for that class, I am very sure that you got value. If you were here on the first day of the class and you got value, please, can I see value? I got value, I got value, I got value in the chat section, please. Let me see it coming, I got value. That's for Forex. And on the second day, we actually discussed about real estate, you coming into the real, oh yes, thank you, Joseph. Okay, Adeyemi is actually saying my expectation is to acquire, sorry, I guess the chat actually covered that. So he said my expectation is to acquire enough knowledge. Oh, sorry, another message covered that. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. So he said my expectation is to acquire enough knowledge that will make me self-dependent and to also raise more men. Oh, wow, that's good. But still you have to be, I don't know if you were actually in our session for Monday, for Tuesday, for the first day, the second day, which actually started on Wednesday. But you would have actually been able to get a niche, like where you want to grow, the kind of knowledge you want to acquire. If you want to acquire knowledge of real estate, if you want to acquire knowledge of Forex, honestly speaking, there is really nothing bad. There is nothing actually bad with trying to acquire knowledge in different and diverse fields. Is actually okay, because in order for you to be wealthy, you have to have multiple sources of income, which is actually very good. But still, today is for software vending, and I would still want to know your expectations for today's lesson. So please, you could actually be more detailed. Thank you. All right, I can see you got value. And I promise today, Adeyemi, that you're also going to get value today. I can actually promise you that. So going back to what we did for the Business Opportunity Masterclass. So for the second day, we actually spoke about real estate, and that was actually handled by Dr. Stephen Akintayo, real estate mogul. So if you missed it, it's all good. You can always reach out to us, probably for a recording or something. Then on the third day, which was actually yesterday, we spoke about authoring and speaking, which was also a wonderful section. I actually got people reaching out to me personally saying, oh, they got value, they really learned a lot, they got to learn mistakes that they made, and so they were really happy with the session. And I'm very, very sure that today you're also going to get value. So please, if you are joining us today, if you're just joining, please introduce yourself through the chat section, and please let me know your name, where you're joining us from, your expectations from today's class. Thank you. And so I would like to also give a little bit of what we do here at Stephen Akintayo Consulting. I am very, very sure that a lot of people already know us. You already know Dr. Stephen. Oh, Iris from UAE, thank you so much for joining us. Malcolm, thank you for joining us. We're excited to have you here. Okay. All right, I'm trying to get something. Okay, here's another one from Mr. Adeyemi. He said, this class has been so valuable and helpful. So today I don't expect less. And I can promise you, with who I am bringing on board, a business developer, a software developer with over 8 years of experience, I am very, very sure you're not going to get less of the value you've been getting, and you're going to get more, and you'll be excited for tomorrow's section too. So thank you all for joining us. So at Stephen Akintayo Consulting, so what we do is we actually do the consulting business. You have a business, you want us to train you, you want us to teach you on how you can grow your business from scratch. You understand? How you can grow your business from scratch to the top level. The fact that Dr. Stephen is, a real estate mogul doesn't mean he has experience in only real estate. Yeah, is very, very good with real estate, is good at what he does, but still you can get a thing or two, you can get knowledge relating to other fields. And so I guess we've actually shown that to you by speaking about Forex to you, real estate, Forex, and today software vending, and tomorrow e-commerce. And so at Stephen Akintayo Consulting, we also have a foundation. And so our plan is to actually empower 1 million entrepreneurs all across Africa. But guess what? We're not stopping at Africa alone. We are going beyond that. And so I guess you all know that we are global, and that's why we're having people from Nigeria here, people from UAE here, we're having people from Canada here. And so for people joining us, please introduce yourself. Let me know who you are. Once again, my name is Rebecca. I work with Stephen Akintayo Consulting. I work here as a software developer. And so let me know where you are from, where you're joining us from. And if you're excited, because we would be starting this very, very soon. If you're excited for me to bring on board who is going to lecture you today, please drop your best emoji in the comment section. Please drop them. Let me see them rolling, please. I want to see them. I want to see your emoji. I want to see I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. You know for sure that what we are giving here is value. Value that most people pay. Oh, thank you. This name, honestly, I'm so sorry, I can't really pronounce it, but I'm happy to have you. Okay, I think your other name is Hebram from Liberia. I am happy. Oh, we started Amy. With the way you're actually getting engaged, I think I'm actually going to give you a gift too, because I'm excited. Oh, people are already bringing their emojis when they had gifts. Okay, oh, no problem. So Mr. Adeyemi is ready. Okay, Christian said I'm excited. Okay, I still need more actually, so that we can actually start. Because what we've actually loaded for today is value upon value upon value. Oh, thank you, Cynthia, for joining us from UK. I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited. If you're excited, please drop your best emoji. Okay. If you're excited, please drop your best emoji. And so today, a little bit, just a little spice of what we'll be doing today, we're going to be talking about software vending. And so please don't run away because she ate software vending. No, you don't have to, software vending, it's not just for those who are in tech. We're going to teach you, we're going to lecture you from scratch, from the bottom, until you get to a place where you can actually be like, oh, okay, I think I know what this is all about and I can go into the business. So you don't need to have a background in tech for it to be here. We are all learners. I'm sure I'm going to learn a thing or two, and I'm sure you're also going to learn a thing or two. I am very, very sure you're going to get value from today's lecture. So if you're just joining us, please let me know. So in the person of who I'm going to be bringing on board, Mr. Niyi, are you ready for us today? Please send me a message if you're ready for us today. And so, okay. All right, so Mr. Niyi, if you're ready for us, let me know because I would need to bring you on board. And so for today's software vending lecture, yeah, thank you, Cynthia. She said she's ready. I haven't gotten a lot of I am ready, I am ready, I am ready. I haven't gotten them yet, and I'm still waiting for them. Even though I might just tell him that, oh, Mr. Niyi, you know what, they're not ready for your class, so I think we should just cancel it, you understand? But if you're ready, please let me see it so that I am excited to bring him on board. But if you're not ready, how am I going to bring him on board? So please, I need to see, I am ready, I am ready. I'm getting, oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm getting them already. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. That's what we're saying. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. And so we're going to be having I won't do that again. I won't do that again. I won't, I promise. Because I'm getting a message saying I shouldn't cancel the class again. So I won't, because I'm already getting a lot of people send me messages that they are ready. And I am also sure that our lecturer is ready for us. So Mr.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
So you made mention that, by the way, my name is Joshua. I'm the team lead of Team Tech Consulting. You made mention that we should stay till the end. I want to know why, right? Then do you have any special offers? Right. I think people that are joining want to know. Then secondly, is it a paid event? If it's a free event, then what are we expected to do? Are we expected to share? Can you just brief us on that before we go into today's lecture? Thank you, ma'am.
All right, sir, you're welcome. So the reason I asked that everyone stays to the end is, first, we all know that in this world, you need to have multiple streams of income, which is very, very important, extremely important. And so for people who have gotten the secrets that have actually worked for us, that has worked for Dr. Steven. It's like we're sharing things we do for free. We're giving this value. I hope everyone can hear me. And so we're giving this value for free to everyone. And so it is simple courtesy for you to appreciate the value by staying to the end, because if I'm giving you free value, a secret that has worked for me over the years, something that I got through experience, something that I got through pains, and then I come live and then I share and then I see people don't appreciate it, I'm not going to do that again. And so that's one reason you want to stay till the very end. That's one. The second reason you want to stay to the end is looking at the world. Everyone knows that tech is on fire. Software vending, it's in relation to tech. Everyone knows. If you don't know, I'm telling you right now, you can make a research afterwards. Tech is on fire. And so what we are bringing to you is how you can make money through software vending, which is actually tech. You don't need to know. I'm not going to tell you what's that. I'm not going to spill it until, the lecturer comes on board. And so it's going to actually put you through how you're going to do that. But everyone knows that there is money in tech. And we want to teach you for free. We're not collecting money on how you can go about it. And so, I also said something about we being, I said something like we are Stephen Akintayo Consulting. And so when you have a business, we actually train entrepreneurs. And so that means there are times where you are going to have problems. I'm not trying to speak negativity, trust me, but at times you're going to have problems or you need someone to speak with about your business, about the challenges you're going through, someone to like maybe mentor you, someone to give you the guidelines, someone to hold you as you go. You understand? And so it's more than enough that we are giving this for free. But they say your greatest asset is your time. And so having to look after individuals, having to look after people individually, that's like you giving your time. And so if it's going to be like, I'm interested, I want to go further, we can actually give you offers for taking you hand in hand and we mentor you. Like I said earlier, this program is absolutely free. What you're going to learn here is going to be more than enough for you to start on your own. Do you understand? But you staying to the end is a criteria for you to get an offer from us. And so I wouldn't want to spill what that offer is all about. So stay with me to the very end. I remain your host once again, Rebecca Makinde. Thank you. So Mr. Joshua, I hope I answered the question. If there's another one, let me know, please. Mr. Joshua.
Yes, I can hear you, ma.
All right, sir. Please, I hope I answered the question very well, sir.
Yes, very fine, very well. Thank you.
All right, sir. So allow me, please, to bring on board Mr. Adeniyi Ogunlano, who is actually a software developer, a business developer here at Stephen Akintayo Consulting with over 8 years of experience. Mr. Niyi, over to you, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type 111 in the chat section. If you can hear me, just type 111 in the chat section. I just want to be sure that we can all hear me. 111, thank you very much. Okay, awesome. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you very much to Dr. Stephen for the opportunity to actually take this class today. It's a rare privilege, one that I do not take lightly. Okay, so permit me to share my screen so that we can get started. Okay, so can we see my screen? Can we all see my screen? If you can see my screen, just type, I can see your screen. Can we all see my screen? If you can see my screen, I just want to be sure that we can all see my screen. You can see your screen. Okay, just one person. Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, so we are going to be talking about software vending today. We're going to be talking about software vending today. Okay, let me minimize this for now. Okay, software vending today. But before we go in there, I would like to do a little bit of an introduction about myself. Once again, my name is Adeniyi Ogunlano. My name is Adeni Yogolano. I have a decade worth of experience in web development and business development. I've actually consulted for multiple startups across fintech, e-commerce, medical, academic field, and I've also acted as an investment manager for over 350 clients across several countries with close to $500 million managed in investment within a space of 3 years, actually. So believe me when I say that when it comes to business development, software development, and how to make it sell, I'm your guy. Okay, I'm your guy. So for today's class, we are going to be focusing, just to be sure that, okay, awesome. This class, we're going to be focusing on 3 things. For today's class, we're going to be focusing on 3 things. Number 1 is open our minds to the possibilities and profitability of software vending. Number 2 is what kind of software we can sell. And number 3 is how to get started. 3 things. Number 1 is the possibilities of software vending. Number 2 is what kind of software we can sell. Number 3 is how to get started. But before I go on, I want everyone here to actually type the industry or the space that you are currently either as your career or as your business. What industry? If it's tech, write tech. If it's medical field, write medical. If it's e-commerce, write e-commerce. I just want to know what field we are all in. Hospital management, awesome. Mr. Ari said hospital management, medical field. Okay, who else? Do we have people in the tech industry, business management, tech, awesome. Electronics, Malcolm said electronics. Adeyemi said tech. Who else? I'd like to keep coming so I can say construction and real estate. Construction and real estate. I need more so as to be able to get a wide scope of the kind of audience that I have here in terms of the industry that we operate in. Construction and real estate, business management and real estate, Forex. Agbola Tolulope said Forex, all right? Who else? Who else? Who else? Let's keep it coming, please. I'd like to see about 20. Yeah, I'd like to see about 20. I've seen business management and real estate about 3 times now. This is the first one, agribusiness. I've seen tech once, I've seen medical field like twice, hospital management, real estate. So that's real estate about 4 times or 3 times now. Livestock management, that's agricultural business twice. Okay, so the reason why I ask these questions is majorly because I want our mind to be open, that there is literally no field that you cannot apply technology. Literally no field. In fact, in the world that we live in today, there is more happening with tech than in any other industry. More businesses, more industries are already looking for implementing ways to bring in technology into what they do and make their process simpler and more cost-effective. So, open our mind to the possibilities in and profitability of software vending will be relating to your field. Okay, what kind of software you can sell in your already existing field and even other fields, and how to get started. So let's go. Okay, so the first is I'm going to share a couple of testimonials of people that Dr. Stephen has mentored in software vending and how much they made. This person actually made $750,000 for building a bank software. Now he sells it for $750,000. So to any bank that is going to sell it to is $750,000. This person sells a church application, a church library application for $350,000. This one sells a real estate application for $500,000. This person made $3,000 for a law firm app. So if she's going to sell you a law firm app, $3,000. Now we're going to get to how they did it and what metrics we're using doing. The first thing is this: what is software vending? Now, software vending is the process of creating, licensing, and selling a software application to customers. So 3 things involved: creating, licensing, and selling. So that means, first of all, you have to create the software, license the software, and then begin to sell the software. Now, the key point here is this: it's actually a very lucrative business model with endless possibilities. Very lucrative business model with endless possibilities. Now, you see, in doing software vending, one of the things you need to know is this: you need low initial investment. Now, I've consulted for many organizations here on different projects, and I can tell you this: part of the cheapest businesses you can ever start are tech companies. let me use the word tech companies now. Anything software related. In fact, in terms of manpower, initial cost, it's part of the lowest. I remember when I consulted for an e-commerce company in Ibadan then, we were going to start a grocery delivery business then. Now, it only cost about 200,000 to start. I'll tell you how later. But it only cost about 200,000 to start. And within a space of 3 months, we had grown the user base of that software to about 5,000 user base, and we had made about 1.8 million then within 3 months selling vegetables. Yeah. So it's usually vegetables. So instead of people going to the market, they just come on the platform and order for their vegetables, and then that's it. And then you get delivered to their doorstep. That's the truth. Now, anything that has to do with tech has no limit in terms of scale. That's what scalability means. It literally has no limit. Meaning the audience that you have, the extent to which you can take it to is beyond limits. Like there is literally no place that you can't push it to. I'll give you an example. How many of us have Instagram on our phone? If you have Instagram on your phone, type, I have Instagram on my phone. If you have Instagram on your phone, type, I have Instagram. If you have Instagram, just type, I have Instagram. Awesome. Now, do you know that the fact that you have Instagram means that there is nobody on Instagram that you cannot sell to? There is literally nobody you cannot sell to. Why? Because they have that platform on their mobile device, because you have that platform on your mobile device. So that's when it comes to anything tech, look, for as long as you are just able to get the person to your platform, for as long as you are able to get the person to install your application, that's it. You have them already. I remember when I did a research on Amazon then, when Jeff Bezos started business, I did a research on Amazon when we were going to start the e-commerce business that I just mentioned. And Amazon started as a bookstore. In fact, back then the name was Cadaver. Yeah. Sorry, Cadabra Inc., cadabra.com. You know, he got the name from the word abracadabra. So he called it cadabra.com. So it was 2 years later that they changed the name to Amazon. He said within the first 3 months, they had sold books because it started as an online bookstore. So they have sold books to every state in the United States, and they were already shipping books out of the United States. Now, he quit a very good job in Wall Street to start the e-commerce company. And he said, what made him to start that business was the fact that he saw a statistical report that internet usage, as far back as 1998, internet usage was growing at an unprecedented rate of 1,500% per annum. A couple of years after that, yeah, he now sent a mail to all his users. At this point, Amazon had about hundreds of thousands of users. That what else would you like us to sell? Then people began to respond. I want you to sell food. I want you to sell windscreen. Someone literally replying that I want to buy wiper for my windscreen. And then he realized that, wow, there is literally nothing we can sell. That was what made Amazon to pivot from books into other things. So when it comes to the scale of anything that has to do with software, it is massive. Why? Because almost the whole world has a mobile device. I mean, any place in the world today where you don't see a mobile device is most likely primitive people that still live in the jungle. That's the honest truth. And the potential for passive income from selling of software, believe me, you will be shocked. Why? Because most of the capital expenses that you have to do comes once. Take, for example, you create a software, for example, and then you are selling that software for 100,000. Just hypothetically speaking, the initial investment you did was for 500,000. You're selling it for 100,000. That means that when you sell to just 5 people, you've made your money back. And you do not need to keep on spending as much money on that same software. It will begin to fund itself. And like I mentioned before, that the extent to which you can push it is unlimited. So it has a global reach. Unlimited, that's a global reach. Now, software vending is what we call software as a service. So you are actually rendering software as a service. You are giving people access to a software that is your service. So the service itself is the access to that software. As of 2023 now, that particular industry is now a $197 billion industry. It's projected to be a $232 billion industry by 2024. Now, this is minus the industry that the software is. Take, for example, you can have a software that is for e-commerce industry. They're still going to get to all that. Now, you're going to consider the market size of your e-commerce industry. Now, that is minus the market size of now we call it SaaS, software as a service, SaaS, software as a service. So you can imagine when you combine the market size of software as a service to the market size of the industry you're actually playing in. So imagine how large the market is. And believe me, one business principle that I adhere to a lot is this: I don't like to invest or manage anything that is not scalable. No, I don't. Why? Because the moment I see a particular limitation in a particular line of business, I always try to find ways by which we're able to access more, let me use the word, a larger user audience. A larger user audience. So this is actually the growth of software as a service, software vending, from as far back as 2015. So we have gone from close to 30-40 billion to a $232 billion within a space of 8 years. Within a space of 8 years. Now, what kind of software can you sell? E-commerce. E-commerce. Now, how many of you sell things online? If you sell things online, please just comment in, just type in the comment section, I sell things online. Or just comment me. Yeah, just type me. If you sell, you've sold anything online. You've sold electronics, you've sold, okay, Mr. Steven said I've sold things online, all right? Who else have sold? You have an e-commerce platform, or you engage on Jumia or Amazon, you have sold books or anything, even if it's a service you have sold on Gigi. Awesome. Now, do you know that when you sell something online, or rather for that e-commerce endeavor, you can actually create a software that you can sell to other e-commerce stores? I'll give you an example. The grocery business I mentioned about. When we started our business, the only thing that we were selling was just vegetables. Now, later, I now came up with the idea of selling that same software to other e-commerce stores. So that means that if you have an e-commerce store, instead of you building just a website, a static website where you just have basic information, the same money you wanted to use to build that website, I will sell the e-commerce site I had built to you. Are we together? So that means that I have a solution that I'm using to sell things online. I know that there are other people that also sell things online. So what did I do? I took the script, the design that I had made, and sold it to them. So I'm not making money just from my e-commerce store. I'm making money also from the technology that I'm using for my e-commerce store. That's exactly what software vending is. So let's say you have an HR, for example, you have an email resource manager. Now there are softwares, for example, that they are HR software, salary automation software. Now, imagine you create such a software, for example, or you buy such a software, or you build such a software. Now, imagine how many businesses are in Nigeria that need that solution? How many businesses are in the world that need that solution? So what you now do is that you now package it in such a way that you are able to sell the access to them. Meaning, instead of you to go and spend money to build your own, I'm going to give you access to my system. That's the same thing we do in fintech. Okay, look at this, for example. I'm going to use a company we know about, Flutterwave. Now, Flutterwave does something here. They give their platform to banks. How many of us know that? That now Flutterwave also processes transactions for multiple banks. I know that they process transactions for, okay, don't let me mention the bank's name. But now, banks are now using Flutterwave's software to process their transaction. Why? Because of the speed of transaction. Many Nigerian banks were using the old servers, but when Flutterwave came in play, they kind of created a faster system. And now banks now use Flutterwave to process their transaction. So how much do you think Flutterwave is making by processing transaction for banks? So they gave their infrastructure, their software, their proprietary software to banks. So now for every transaction that is made, Flutterwave is charging them. So let's say Flutterwave is charging, let's say 3% per transaction. And then let's say a bank like Providence Bank or Kuda Bank, for example. Kuda Bank that does hundreds of billions of transactions per annum. So let's say Kuda Bank does $100 billion per annum. Just for example, I'm not saying Kuda uses Flutterwave. I'm just saying for example. And Flutterwave charges them 1%. 100 billion is even too much. 3% is even too much. 1%. So that means just for providing infrastructure, a software they built for themselves, they sold it to banks or to, let's say, Kuda Bank. And the Kuda Bank now does $100 billion in transaction for 1 year. And Flutterwave only charged 1%. So that means just for providing infrastructure, they have made $1 billion. Just for providing the software. Same thing with medical system. I built an HMS, hospital management system, for a particular hospital one time. This was 3 years ago. And the man now recommended me to another hospital. So guess what I did? I didn't bother building it from scratch again. What I just did was to give the script of the previous one I built and customized it for the new hospital. And I even charged them more. Yeah. And then I now had a partnership with that hospital to recommend me to other hospitals to install the same system for other hospitals with the same coding. Yeah, Mr. Malcolm, with the same coding. It is my software. So I now had a partnership with that hospital for them to have a cut on every sale I make for that software. And that's how we began to sell the same system, the same code base to multiple hospitals. So what I just do is, when the hospital gives me a call that, okay, we have a new client for you, I just go there, install the system, do the training, that's it. Guess what? That's exactly what a company called Helium Health in Nigeria now does. Helium Health has a platform, a hospital management system. All they do is give hospitals access to it, and those hospitals pay them annual fee, subscription fee. That is what Canva does. Those of us that use Canva for our graphics design, that is software vending right there. They built a software because they know that there are people that don't know how to use Photoshop, CorelDRAW, and those other things. So they built a platform. On the platform, you can go there, use a template for your design. That's it. If you want to get access to premium things, you pay. So they charge you a subscription fee. So I'll give you a mathematical calculation. So imagine if I was selling that software for 300,000. Actually, they can't. Why? Because it's my software. That's number one. And that is the license, and I have my terms and conditions. So it's not as if I'm building you a proprietary software. It's not for you. It is mine. So I'm giving you access to my own code. If you want me to build something that is entirely new for you, then you will pay for that separately. But because the software already built, I'm answering the question that is on the screen by Mr. Malcolm. But because the software already built covers a lot of ground in terms of functionalities, so they did not need to. So I don't need to build something afresh. So very similar to the way Helium Health does, instead of you to pay for a new system, you pay a subscription for an existing one. And what Helium Health now does is this: they now began to expand the database, such that now hospitals can now share data in terms of research and all that, because they are all using Helium Health system. Helium Health has even started doing hospital financing. Yeah, they've started doing hospital financing now. Now they give loans to medical facilities. Where did they start from? By providing a software to hospitals to manage their clinicals. Are we together? If you are still there, type I am still here. If you are gaining value, say I am gaining value. Come on, let's go. I'm still here and I'm gaining value. I'm still here and I'm gaining value. Come on, let's go. Awesome. So, imagine building a church library system as well. This one, the reason why I use majority of these examples is actually because there are things that I have done. There are things I have done. I remember back in 2000 and when I graduated from university in 2013. So at that time, I knew one thing. I didn't want to look for a job. I didn't want to work for anybody. So what I did was, I would go to, then I was in Ibadan. So I'll go to the place called Roundabout, Mokola side, Dugbe side. So what I would do is I'll go with a notepad. I'll be looking at organizations, right? And I'll be writing down their names. If I see your billboard and you don't have a website, I'll write down your name. I'll go on Google and type your name. If no website comes out, what I would then do is I'll give them a call and tell them, now before I give them a call, I would have built a prototype. So I'll build a prototype and give them a call that, okay, I saw that you don't have a website. I built a prototype. Now that prototype could just be the first page, like the home page, not multiple pages, the home page. And I would then ask for an audience that if you just allow me to come and present this website to you, if you like it, pay me for it. That was how I started actually. And I got a lot of sales. Now this was as far back as 2013. Are we together? Now, the first time I now had the opportunity to work with a church, they wanted a system whereby all their sermons and all that could be on it. Bait marketing, exactly. So they wanted a system whereby all their sermons could be on it. The lo and behold, I realized that these people did not have a church library. So you know what I did? I told the church, okay, I will build this system for you, but you do me a favor. Don't pay me for it. Give me recommendations. Now, this was back in Ibadan. So guess what? The pastor gave me 20 contacts. Now, if I would have charged them for that work, I would have probably charged them maybe between 300 and 500,000. Now, this was in 2013, 2014, back then. So he gave me 20 contacts of his friends. So by the time I finished building the system for one church, I began to contact the other churches. So I brought down the price from 300 to 500,000 down to 150,000. So guess what? Instead of gaining 500,000 from one person, I gained 20 contacts. And because of that, I was able to sell to, I think out of the 20, I think I sold to 17 of them at 150,000 each. Mind you, I only built the system once. Now, if I had the knowledge of business development that I had now, or that I have now, I would not have given them my entire code. I would have charged them on an annual basis. That 150,000 per annum. If you don't want per annum, pay 500,000 once. Lifetime, they call it lifetime license. So I was selling 150,000 to each church, and I sold it to 15, to 17. Are we together? So that is software vending right there. Now look at where it all started from. I built it for one person. But because there were other churches in the country, look at Nigeria now. For every 5 minutes walk that you have, you see a church. If you are thinking of now, this is already a free business idea. Free business idea. For every 5 minutes walk, you see a church. Go and check their billboards. You will find out that many of them don't have websites. Many of them have sermons. In fact, there was a church that back then, yeah, there was a particular church that they had misplaced their sermon library. So this was like, I need this. We don't want to be recording again. Now we don't want all our sermons to be on hard drive anymore. We want to put it online. So that was like, of course, I'm marketing somebody. So that was a very, very ready market. Look at Nigeria now. You see churches everywhere. So if you're a software person, you don't have to sell websites to, right there. Right there. Just walk in. I will build you a prototype. Don't pay me. When I bring it and you like it, let's talk price. Mind you, the moment you bring it and they like it, you already have the negotiating power. That's the truth. You already have the negotiating power. That's the truth. Because when they're already in love with your product, come on. Come on. You have the right to charge them what you want to charge them. Are we together? Another one is a learning management system. A learning management system. So I can go on and on and on and on about softwares that you can build, depending on the industry that you are. Yeah, I see money on the table. Depending on the industry that you are. You are in an agricultural business. Look at how many people need software that has to do with inventory. So you hire somebody to create a software, or you hire us to build you a software, like consulting, for example. You hire us to build you a software. That's okay. You want to create an inventory software for your business because maybe they are stealing your eggs or your chickens or whatever. And before you know it, guess what? You know that there are other businesses that need that same solution. Instead of building a fresh one for them, you sell your own license to them and they are paying you. That's it. That's software vending right there. So how then do you start? The first thing is identify your niche. What industry do I want to focus on? Now, like I said earlier, yeah, before I go into any business, I always do a market size research. I don't like doing business in a market whereby it's kind of limited or it's not expansive enough. Any market that is not a minimum, $1 billion industry, I don't think of an idea there. That's honest. That's just a personal rule. And it has worked for me a lot. I'll give you an example. When I was managing investments here, it was majorly in the foreign exchange market, in the financial market, in the stocks market. I managed about 300, within 3 years, I managed about $500 million and 350 clients. Now, the reason why I chose that industry here was simply because the Forex market has $5 trillion worth of transaction in circulation every single day. So you can imagine the numbers. Are we together? So in identifying your niche, you want to identify, you want to go into an industry or a market that has a large size. Take, for example, you don't want to do a business, or rather create a software for a market that is so small, because I usually use a 10% conversion rate for any business I'm doing. Yeah, a 10% conversion rate. Now, the reason is because, in fact, sometimes 10% is when I already have the market. Five will buy immediately. So the remaining 73, I'll be working on converting them gradually. So imagine if I'm choosing things that 50% will be very large. Are we together? If you are still together, type I'm still here. If you are together, type I'm still here. Come on. If you are together, type I'm still here. If we are together, type I'm still here. Awesome. So you industry that is large. See, when you have an issue, believe me, people have that same issue. So, take the industry mentioned. I've used agricultural business as an example. Someone should give me a business. Give me any industry. Give me any industry. Industry. Just type any industry that you are in. Any. Either it's e-commerce, what you do, what exactly you do. Have one. Can I have just some what you sell back? I make clothes. Anyone? I'm a medical doctor. I need to use one person as an example. One as an so Hello? Hello, you can hear me, be sure that you can hear me. I think I got this disconnect. If you can hear me, kindly confirm that you can hear me. Just type 111 in the chat section just to be sure that we can hear me. Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, so thank you for that. All right, so let's carry on. Permit me to share my screen once more. Okay, so I was on identifying your niche. So I was asking for an example. Now someone should just give me an example of what you do. An example of what you do. You sell bags. So I can use you as a if you sell bags, or okay, you do agriculture. Can you be more explicit, please? Because that does agricultural. What about agricultural do you do? That's Mr. Lawrence. Okay, farming on crops. Okay, so you do farming on crops. Okay, so that means you would need distribution channels and all that, right? So have you created an e-commerce system for yourself whereby you are able to actually grow your user base and then crop farming, good. Grow your user base and then sell directly to retailers, you know, that's an e-commerce solution right there. So let's carry on. So the person that does nightclubs, I sell rappers, that's e-commerce right there. Graphics design, that's what Canva does. I build houses. So this person that builds houses, now I'm going to give you a solution very, very soon. Okay, that will be one of the offers at the end. Okay, so let us carry on. So in selecting your niche, like I said, you want to have a large industry. Okay, even if you are operating in a small industry, you want to create a solution that can access a large market base. Okay, so in identifying your niche, you want to have either an industry-specific software, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to industry, or a consumer application. That means you are going straight, not about the industry now, you are attacking everybody. Do you get? That's what Instagram does. Now, Instagram too is software vending, in case you don't know, because with Instagram now, all of us are using Instagram to sell. All of us are posting something out there. Are we together? So in choosing your niche, you want to put those two things into consideration. Which industry do you want to attack? And then what's the market size of that industry? Okay. Which consumer base do you want to attack? And then what is the market size? Please, market size is a golden rule. So you want to consider the market size a whole lot. And once you have your market size, you want to research what the market demand is. Okay. So let's carry on. All right, so once you have your market size or your industry and all that, the next thing is the software development itself. Now, there are different ways by which you can develop your software. Number one is to learn to code. Now, I can categorically say I studied information resource management in university, right? But I'm actually a self-taught web developer. I taught myself. That's the honest truth. Because when I finished from school, the only thing that we were taught back then was HTML, hypertext markup language, and that's like the basics of the basics. So after I left university, because my course was not a computer, it was not core computer related. wasn't computer science, it was information resource management. So it was more about working with data, analyzing data, database, and stuff like that. So I taught myself to code. Are we together? So it's something you can do. If you devote 6 months, actually, 6 months to programming, you would get the basics and you will get yourself started. Now, if that is a long route, you don't have that time, the next best thing is to partner with a developer. Now, you want to partner with a developer and you want to consider 2 things. Number one is this. You want to consider paying the developer a one-time payment fee. That means the company paid, that means you pay the person to do the job. 1 million, 2 million, 500,000, whatever the person is charging. Or you do an equity-based partnership, meaning I will provide the market or the money for marketing and all that. You will do the software. Are we together? If you can hear me, type 111. If you can hear me, type 111. All right, thank you for that. Just to be sure. So you want to partner with a developer. I'll give you an example of a very known brand that did this. Apple. This is exactly what Apple did. This is exactly what Apple did. So Steve Jobs was not the developer. Steve Wozniak was the developer. Steve Jobs was a marketer, was a brand specialist. He wasn't a developer, he wasn't a programmer, but he knew how to sell, much like me. Now, I'm no Steve Jobs, but you get. So he partnered with Steve Wozniak, who was the developer. And look at Apple today as a brand. But there are things you need to know before partnering with a developer. Now, those are part of things we teach in the Stephen Akita University of Wealth. Are we together? So if you don't want to go the route of coding, you want to partner with a developer. But in partnering with a developer, there are things you need to know about partnership. Now, if you are taking our course on business development in Stephen Akita University, you will learn this. How to choose the right partner. Yeah. How to choose the right partner. I can tell you this. One of the greatest losses that I have made in my life came because I chose the wrong business partner for a deal. I remember losing 100 million on a particular deal because of the wrong partner. No jokes now. Because of the wrong partner. So you want to be careful in choosing a partner. So at the Stephen Akita University, we teach you what to look out for in partnership. Are we together? Number 2 way, 100 million. Number 2 way of, I tell people that I'm very young. I'm very, very young. So when you see gray hair on my hair, it's not age. It's experience. It's experience. No jokes. It's experience. So the second way of starting your software is to use no-code solutions. Now, there are tools today that will allow you to write code without coding. All you do is write English language. Yeah, ChatGPT is one of them. But the truth is that if you don't have a background in coding, you might have trouble in using some of those solutions. Yeah. If you want to build a website, now there are drag and drop platforms that allow you to build your website. Webflow is one of them. Wix is one of them. WordPress Elementor is one of them. Now, all these things I'm mentioning, hope you know that is software vending right there. They've provided a solution. You are using it and paying for it. That's software vending. Another way is to buy a script. Now, there are platforms, for example, Ivanto, that sells scripts. So let's say you want to create an e-commerce website, or rather you want to create an e-commerce solution. You can go on Ivanto and spend like $200, $300, $400 and buy a very good script, And you get a developer or someone to modify it for you and you pay less than when they build it from the scratch. And guess what? The next thing for you to do is to find your market. Do you get it? So there are platforms you can go to. I just mentioned Ivanto. Ivanto is one of them. Evanto, Ivanto. You can buy a script, a PHP script. Most of them are written in PHP. You can find inventory script. You will still need a developer to implement it for you if you're not a developer, okay? So you can buy a script. Are we together? You can buy a script. So you can buy a script on inventory, you can buy a script on e-commerce, you can buy a script, even social media. You want to create a social media platform that will beat Facebook. You can buy a script on social media. You want to, whatever you want to do, you can actually find a script for it. Okay. So the fourth way to start to build your software is to outsource the development. Outsource the development. Now, this means that you want to pay someone to build it for you. So those are 4 ways of getting access to a software or building your own software. Are we still getting value? If you are still getting value, type I'm getting value. If you are getting value, type I'm getting value. Come on, let's go. If you are getting value, type I'm getting value. All right, let's go. Awesome. I got 1. 1 is not enough. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Thank you. Okay, so once you have your software, the next thing is the licensing. Now, you are not the one who is paying for a license. Now, if you buy a script, you have to pay that company for the license. And they also have to give you the authority to license it to other people. But if you build one, you are not paying for the license. People are paying you for license. Are we together? People are paying you for license. So, 3 ways. Number 1 is perpetual license. Number 2 is subscription. Now, the subscription model is one that companies like Canva use. You pay $9 a month. You pay $9 a month. Even Canva uses this freemium model also, whereby they give you something for, and there are some things that you have to pay to have access to. So I'll give you an example. That hospital payment system that I mentioned about. Now, what I did was a subscription model. Are we together? No. What I did was a perpetual model whereby you just pay once. I should have done the subscription one. That was what I was talking about. Now, if I did the subscription, I had 10 hospitals that were paying me $150,000 per annum. Just let's say it was 10, and I didn't want to grow it, just 10. Guess what? From that model, I'll be making 1.5 million every year from just one software. Now imagine if I now grew it to 100 hospitals, 1,000 in 100 places. That's 15 million per annum. Just like that. Yeah, Mr. Malcolm, just like that. So subscription model or freemium. Now, Stephen McIntyre University of Wealth, when you take the development course, when you take the software vending course, what you're going to learn is pricing model. Very important in business. And one of the good things about Stephen McIntyre University is this. The engaging sessions, the sessions you have with the tutors, helps you in determining what is best. So take, for example, you take one of our courses on business development, for example, or sales and marketing. That you're about to start. Do you know that in the sessions that we have, the weekly sessions, the bi-weekly sessions, you can ask questions. Okay, I'm about to start this. What would you advise? We're actually going to give you that answer because it's part of what you paid for. It's part of the premium access. Are we together? For those of, for example, some people have paid for our premium access. We are reaching out to them already. Do you get to know exactly what their vision is? So you're not just coming on board because, oh, I want to learn this. No, we actually want you to achieve your goals. Don't forget that our vision is to empower 1 million entrepreneurs. So when you come on board Stephen McIntyre University, for example, part of the things that we're going to ask you is your vision for your business. And then we direct you to prioritize courses that would help you to achieve that vision. Yeah, long term. Are we together? So we are having sessions together. You are talking to people that know their stuff. Take, for example, you take our Forex course. King of Forex. You know why? Because he has made so much money trading Forex. So much. Sent himself to do his masters based on that. from the income it was making there. So imagine the potential of what you have, of what we are offering you. Are we together? So you want to jump on it while it's still hot. Don't snooze, don't sleep on it. Are we together? So you create your software. We help you during those sessions to determine which is best in your pricing model. What should you charge? Should you do a perpetual subscription? Should you do a perpetual charge? Should you do a subscription-based license or freemium? Or do both, or even all three of them? It depends on the kind of product that you have. So we also work with you. Yeah. So you want to choose your distribution channels. Are you going to be using app stores or direct sales? Now, because I wasn't having a mobile app, so I could not use app stores. But what I was selling was a web-based application. Web-based application. So it wasn't like a mobile application. So I didn't need to publish it on Play Store or App Store on Apple. So it was basically direct sales. Are we together? So that's that. The next thing, this literally is the most important thing because it determines if your software will sell or not. Marketing. Somebody type marketing. Come on, let's go. Marketing. Marketing. Type marketing. If you know that the life of a business is determined by marketing, type marketing. This is the singular most important activity marketing. And guess what? If you take that course and in 6 months, your business is not doing, I don't want to exaggerate now, but it's not doing at least ×3 of the revenue you started with, will refund you. I will personally refund you. No jokes. Because you cannot take our marketing course and not become, in fact, see, you will know the fact that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a career person, your career, your business depends on good marketing, good aggressive marketing. I had a conversation with someone some years ago, and the person had been to Ghana, and the person said that he has never seen this thing where, when I was in school, when I opened my GTB account, the bank came to my school, back up then, they came to my school and brought the forms. Now, listen to this. They brought the forms. The guy from Ghana, he said he did not know what marketing was in terms of the aggressiveness until he came to Nigeria. He said banks in Ghana don't do this, go to the streets and all that. You remember when the banking industry was really, really booming, right? Traditional banking, now I'm not talking about the fintech one today. Traditional banking, you will see them everywhere with their forms. Everywhere. This kind of thing wasn't happening then. That was what the guy told me. That was the way it was. But when Nigerian banks came to Ghana, oh my God, they knew marketing. They knew marketing. So in every business, marketing is the lifeblood. Look at what I said I used to do. Bait marketing. I call you to ask for an audience. I bring my prototype and then boom, we're in business together. You learn more marketing skills. In fact, during the marketing course, for example, now we give you form to fill. There are assignments that you will do to help you to understand your brand value, to understand the keywords your clients need to hear, to understand how exactly to automate your marketing process. Yeah. Because if you cannot do that, believe me, that means your business cannot survive without you. And the moment you are sick, or you are tired, or you're out of the country, that means your business suffers. Are we together? Organic marketing, digital marketing. So you want to take our course on marketing, okay? So when you want to market your software, create a website, utilize social media, content marketing, paid advertising. This is by which you advertise your software, okay? Organic marketing, going to where your market is. I mentioned this earlier. Monetization strategies, how you can make money from your software. Don't forget, I mentioned 3 things earlier concerning the subscription. But now, in terms of expanding that your sales, cross-selling related products, affiliate marketing. You see this affiliate marketing? I'll say this, I'll boast on this. I haven't met yet anyone that can implement an affiliate system like I can. I'll tell you that for free. Because it's literally the primary way I've sold anything I've ever sold. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. The way I was able to raise close to $500 million in 3 years was affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. The moment, in fact, I realized this one time that the moment I paused, reduced my affiliate marketing, in fact, I reduced my commission in 2018, 2019, I saw a reduction in sales because people began to ask themselves a question: why should I put my name out there for this brand when they won't pay me well? So affiliate marketing is using other people's name for your brand. And guess what? Nobody's going to put their name out there until they are paid well. So affiliate marketing is one of the courses we teach us in Nakita University. Are we together? And we have cracked that code. We have cracked that code. So you want to come and learn how to implement affiliate marketing for your business. On to the next. Now, these are the big, we are coming to the end of this session gradually. Now, these are the biggest brands who make use of software, who make software, who make billions using software vending. Oracle, Amazon. You know what Amazon does? I love these guys. You know what they do? Amazon built a platform, told people to come and sell on it. Guess what? They are charging commission for selling and subscription. Commission and subscription. So for everything you sell, Amazon collects commission. For being on their platform, they charge subscription. Now, why are they able to do that? Amazon is the third most used website platform in the world. They are only behind Google and YouTube. They have over 1.2 billion users. Yeah. Over 1.2 billion on Amazon. That started from selling books, 1997, 1998. So imagine what your software solution can be if you start now. Imagine what it can be if you start now. Flutterwave. Just last year, was it last year or 2 years ago? Last year, I think. Yeah, because I have friends there. It was all over the news. Flutterwave secured $150 million in investment to be able to expand their fintech as a service product. The biggest investment ever secured by any, in fact, any company, yeah, any startup, yeah, in Africa. Now, Flutterwave is a unicorn, worth over $1 billion. Look, let me tell you this for free. I said something at the beginning that I do not like to do projects that are not scalable. That's a personal law. And by scalable, I mean, besides the market audience, I must at some point be able to bring in external investors to that business. That is the only way I can scale it. That is the only way you can become a billionaire. Believe me. When you are able to bring in external investors, when you are able to bring in external investors, Ilium Health, I mentioned them earlier. What I was doing, selling hospital management system, you can Google these guys. Microsoft, what do you think Microsoft Office that you have on your system is? That's software vending right there. If you want the original Microsoft license, do you know how much you're going to pay? Are we together? So they are raking in billions by selling software. Are we together? Canva, I mentioned Canva earlier. The woman that the co-founder of Canva is one of the richest women in the world right now. How much are they charging? $9 per month. $9 per month. Are we together? So you now, definitely these brands have been around for years. But you can start as well. And believe me, look, there's something that Mr. Toby once said, and he said this. He said this concerning Forex, but I found it to be true in many and every other business. In Forex trading, yeah, when you trade alone, you are sure to lose. The same thing in other businesses. Dr. Stephen would say that success is hard work plus smart work plus network. Hard work, smart work plus network. Three things: hard work plus smart work plus network. Guess what? If you are a student, a user at the Stephen Capital University, you are getting these three things. We are going to make you work hard. We are going to learn to work smart, and you will build your network. You work hard because they're going to drill you, are going to give you assignments. You have to learn to work smart, and you build your network. Our subscribers right now are already getting grouped into their cohorts where they'll be able to interact with one another. So guess what? The funny thing is, you don't know who the next billionaire is. That's the funny thing. You don't know which idea is going to be the next $1 billion idea. You don't know if it's yours or if it's your classmates in your cohort. That's the truth. So you do not want to miss this, because some of those that are even on the university platform are doing very well in their business. They just want to scale. They want to do better in multiple industries. And the reason for this webinar, in fact, is for you to know that Stephen Capital Consulting is not limited to real estate. So you are getting more value altogether. And guess what? On your subscription, you are getting real estate courses, forex trading courses, business development courses, come on, e-commerce courses, marketing courses, come on the same subscription. Come on. And you even have the access to attend all sessions. Even though we advise you to focus on your priority sessions, on the ones that align with your business goals, you have the access to all sessions. So I said I was going to give an offer. So I'm going to give an offer. If we have the first 5% to have the 6 months and the 1 year subscription, the first 5 persons, the 6 months and the 1 year subscription, I will personally give you a one-on-one with me, one-on-one session where we are going to talk about your business, your goal. The first 5%. So please, Fumi, can we post the account number? Thank you. For the first 5 persons that makes payments for the Stephen Capital University for the 6 months, 1 year. Now, if you do the 3 months, or if you do the monthly or the 3 months, okay, let me bring it down a notch. Let me bring it down a notch to accommodate more people. First 5 persons that do 3 months to 12 months. Between the 3 months payment and the 12 months payment, for the first 5 persons, I'm not going to exceed 5 because my time is very precious. The first 5%, I will give you a one-on-one session where we get to talk about your business. If we can implement a software, we talk about it, and we're not going to build that software for you without a charge, okay? Business, what software solution can come out of your business, or just generally how to scale your business. That's business development. That's my job. So if you want that, the first numbers now. So I'm going to give you, let me stop sharing my slide. I'm going to give you
All right, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. I'm sure that was like a little bit of network reception issues, and I'm sure it will be joining us very soon. So while we wait, I'm sure, I actually said that for today's section, we're actually going to get value. And guess what? We actually got value. We got value upon value upon value upon value. If you know you actually got value from today's section, please let me know, because these things are used as feedback for us to know what we are working on next. So if you got value, please let me know through the chat section, where we'll actually wait for Mr. Nee to join as well. Oh, I think he's back already. Oh, Mr. Adeyemi, thank you so much. Here is someone testifying that I got value pro max. And so this is something that if you go to other places, you would be paying for this. And so we are giving it out here for free. So please still stay with us. Mr.
You
Nee,
can hear me, just type 111.
all right, thank you. So I guess I'll just...
You can hear me, just type 111. Can we all hear me? All right, thank you. So I was saying that for the first 5 persons, I'll give you a one-on-one session to analyze your business and see how you use every other value. I'm going to do this, give you a one-on-one session. So for the first 5 persons, I'll give you a one-on-one session where we analyze your business far beyond just you building a software. Okay, we analyze your business, see what good you can do. Okay, I think I already have 2 persons, so that means I have 3 more. So pending that time, let me answer these questions very quickly. Do you offer systems, processes, and SOP samples? Could you break this down, Mr. How something? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the names clearly. Okay, systems and standard operation procedure samples. Okay, yes, we do. It's part of what's the consulting. We consult. Okay, we consult. So if you need us to do that for you, contact the numbers. If you want us to consult for you in your business. But now we are giving you an offer that you're a part of the university. For the first 5, I already have 2. For the remaining 3, we do this for you. I have this one-on-one session with you. And one-on-one session, besides the software you want to implement into your business, I'll do you that. All right, so those are the only 2 questions. Do we have any other questions? I will subscribe, please, but how much? All right, so these are the ones again. If you are going for, okay, let me take the questions one after the other. I will subscribe, please, but how much? So if you are going for the 3 months, I said minimum of 3 months now. If you are going for the 3 months, that's 82,650. If you are going for the 6 months, that's 120,650. If you are going for the 1 year, that's 187,650. That's for the person that asked how much. Okay, if I buy a script and have a developer to tweak that script that I want, will I still pay the company license fee, or it has become my own license? Now, it depends on the conditions of where you bought the script. The people that sell a script that can only be used for one site, they call it a one-time script, a one-time license. There are people that sell an extended license. So if you are buying an extended license, you will pay more, actually. If you are buying an extended license, you will pay more. Please say the price in dollars too. Okay, so for those of us that are not in Nigeria, that's $87 for the offer I mentioned tonight. Just for that offer, which I already have 2 persons. Just for that offer, $87, $127, and 197. Okay, so Miss Patience said I will subscribe for 3 months. All right, so please just contact the number that we have here. Contact the number we have here, and then we'll put you through on how to make your payment as soon as possible. But please, you have to make your payment tonight, like literally tonight. I already have 2 persons. There's only, in fact, let me put a time there because my time is precious. Latest by 8 p.m. This is 6:25. Latest by 8 p.m. If you want the offer I just gave, your payment must be in latest by 8 p.m. And I can only attend to 5 persons. I can only attend to 5 persons. So please, the person that wants that to do 3 months, you be the 3rd person. So I need 2 persons to grab this offer. 2 persons to to grab this offer. Okay, me too in dollars. That's Chris Glory. So Chris Glory, how many months are you going for? How many months are you going for? Chris Glory, how many months are you going for? So that the team can, so that you can contact the team as soon as possible. I'm guessing 1 year. I'm guessing 1 year. So contact that phone number and make your payments. So that's the fourth person. So it remains one. It remains one. So who is grabbing the last spot? Okay, 3 months. So Chris Glory, 3 months. Please contact that phone number and make your payments. Contact that phone number and make your payments. So who is taking the last spot? I only have room for 5. I have 4. Who is taking the last spot? Who is taking the last spot? All right. I think I've answered every question. I'm going to give us 2 minutes to copy out these phone numbers, and then we call it a night. I move it back to Fumi. Fumi, can you hear me? Fumi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, Mr. Nick. Thank you so much.
Over to you.
Yes,
thank you very much, and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate, because I actually told them that I am bringing someone who was going to deliver, and you came and you over-delivered, and I'm actually excited that you actually did that. Like I told you guys before we started, you were going to get value. I'm actually a woman of my words, and guess what? You actually all got value. And so for our offers that we're actually putting down here, I would advise that you key into the offer before 8 p.m. And even after that, you can still reach out to us. I've dropped our numbers. I've dropped the website link for you to make payments in the chat section. And so if you need any other thing, please kindly reach out to those numbers. We'll be sure to listen to you. And today being the 4th day, we have one more. All right, someone is asking for the link. I'm going to drop it now. So we have this section again tomorrow, same time. And I am sure you've actually gotten value right from the day we started. That's right from day 1 up until this moment. And so you wouldn't also want to miss tomorrow's section. That is if you are looking to become wealthy, that's if you're looking to have multiple streams of income. If you noticed, we've actually taken different streams of income for each day. And I'm sure you're actually going to want to know what we're actually bringing to your table tomorrow. Like I said earlier, we give value, we give value, we give value. Value you would actually pay for, you pay substantial amounts for, and we are actually giving that to you for free. And so I'm going to be dropping the link here. I'm going to be dropping the numbers you can actually reach out to in the chat section. So if you have anything you want to discuss, the mentorship, SCU, when you make payments, you wanted to confirm your payments, please reach out to those numbers and we'll be sure to settle everything for you. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I am excited to have all of you here, and please join us again tomorrow by 5 for those in Nigeria. And thank you so much. Have a nice day. Please, is there anyone with any question or anything you want me to drop it in the chat section so that I can answer it before I end this webinar. If you have any question, I'm waiting. If there's any question, I'm waiting, please. All right, since there is no question, just for the last time, I have dropped the payment links, the numbers you need to reach out to for any question or for anything. Oh, thank you so much too, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Cynthia, for joining us. I'm grateful, and I hope that you will actually be with us again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful night, day, based on where you're joining us from. Thank you. All right, bye.